Hello everyone, my name is Turnav Karasu, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Our next topic is Minimum Description Length Principle. What is Minimum Description Length Principle? It is originated from the algorithmic coding theory in computer science regarding with both model and data. Okay, this idea is in the data set can be appropriately encoded with the help of a model, and the more we compress the data by extracting redundancy from it, the more underlying regularities in the data, then the code length is directly related to the generalization capacity, that is generalization capability of the model, where the model provide the shortest description of the data. Okay, then it is formally description length of a model is given by MDL is equal to MDL is minimum description length. Then it is can be written as MDL is equal to L of data bar model plus L of model. This is our total description length derivation. Okay, so where L of data bar model is the description length of the data given the model, and L of model is description length of model itself. Okay, the L of data model is measured in the bits of information. Okay, L of data model is description length of the data given the model. It is measured in the bits of information. Okay, the above definition of minimum description length is broad enough to apply to any well defined models, even verbally defined qualitative models. For a statistical model defined as a parameterized family of probability distribution, it is a probability distributions, then the minimum description length for such a model takes the following form, that is a Resanen 1996 model. Okay, this model is minimum description length. It is defined from described from probability distributions. Okay, MDL means minimum description length. MDL is equal to ln f of y bar theta y plus k by 2 ln of n by 2 pi plus ln integral d theta ln square root of det of I bar I of 0. Okay, so det of I means determinant of the matrix, square root of determinant of the matrix of theta. It is denoted as determinant of matrix of theta. Okay, next and continue with theta y. In this equation, theta y is the parameter value. F of y bar theta is likelihood function. It is maximize the likelihood function. K is the number of parameters, and next one I of theta is a Fisher information matrix, and data phi, that means determinant of matrix. The first term of MDL can be interpreted as measure of a risk or lack of fit. Okay, the first term of the MDL can be interpreted as a measure of risk or lack of fit, and the second and third term, okay, the second and third term together are measure of model complexity. So the model evaluation is carried out by trading of lack of fit for simplicity. Carried out by trading of lack of fit of simplicity. Although the three approaches to model evaluation evolved from different conceptual frameworks and philosophies, then all the shares commonly goal of achieving optimum generalization by striking a balance between risk or lack of fit and complexity. Okay, these approaches is aspect of model that is captured by complexity measure. Then they not only include the number of parameters in the model, also importantly its functional form. It refers to way in which the parameters are combined in the model equation. Okay, this is known as our MDL method. This MDL approach is based on a different notation of simplicity. Simplicity means the concept of simplicity used in MDL is closely related to literal meaning of simple. It is related to literal meaning of simple. That is, object is called simple. If it can be described by a short description, then it is if one only needs a small number of bits to describe the object. In this context of MDL, objects can be sequence of data or a function. Object can be sequence of data or a function or a class of functions. Okay, the sequence of data object can be sequence of data or a function or a class of function. This is known as our MDL objects. Okay, then our example, we consider the example. This following exam functions is f of, that means f of 0 1, it belongs to -1 and +1. Okay, -1 on the interval 0 comma 0.2 and +1 on interval is 0.3 and 1. For a function of class f0 1, it belongs to -1 and +1. Okay, this is the rather compact description. On the other hand, consider a function g of 0 1 is belongs to -1 and +1, which takes the value +1 and -1 at random positions on 0 and 1. In order to describe this function, the best we can do is to compile a table with input and output values, that is x of value and g of x value. X of is 0.01, 0.02, 0.03 and 0.04. Okay, this is the infinite number of values. G of x is 1, -1, -1, 1. It is obviously that compared to the code for f, the code for g will be extremely long. So even if we ignore the issue that the function on 0 1 cannot simply be described in the table with countably many entries. This question is now how we can formulate such a concept of simplicity in mathematical term. Okay, a good candidate in this respect is the theory of data. A good candidate respect of this theory of data coding and data compressions. A naive way to encode a function is simply provide a table of input and output values. This can be done with any function and it is considered to be our baseline code. Okay, it is considered to be our baseline code. Then a given function f, then a given function f, we try to encode it more efficiently. In order to be able to do this, we need to discover certain regularities in this function value. The regularity might be the 100 consecutive entries. Okay, the regularity might be the 100 consecutive entries. The function table have the same value g of x positive, that means +1. Instead of writing +1 in 100 entries of the table, we can say something like the following 100 entries have +1. We can something say like following 100 entries are +1. Then the MDL framework tries to make use of such insights of learning purpose. The general institution is that learning can be interpreted as finding regularities in the data. Okay, if we have to choose between functions of f and g which have a similar training error, then we should always prefer function can be described by a shorter code. This is also known as explicit way to follow Occam's razor. That means Occam's razor means machine learning is usually interpreted as models should not be more complex than necessary to explain the data. It is known as our MDL principle. Okay, next topic, we go with our next topic, is Gibbs sampling algorithm. Okay, Gibbs sampling algorithm. Gibbs sampling algorithm. What is Gibbs sampling algorithm? This Gibbs sampling algorithm is to define the algorithm, update each component of the state by sampling from its conditional distribution other given to other components. Okay, this conditional distribution is defined as ability to sample from conditional distribution of the target distribution. Conditional distribution means the ability to sample from the target distributions. It can be motivated heuristically by idea. It can be motivated by heuristically idea. To define the Gibbs algorithm, let's set the full of conditional distribution be pi of 1, 2, pi of 2 and pi of 3. Now one cycle of Gibbs sampling algorithm is completed by simulating of k and power of p is equal to 1. From this distribution, updating the conditioning variables as one move through each distributions. When d equal to 2, one obtains two blocks Gibbs sampler that is featured in the work of Tanner and Wong. The Gibbs sampler in which each block is revised in fixed order is defined as following algorithms. Algorithm methods. Okay. Then the Gibbs algorithm can change the values. It can be analyzed by the considering Markov chain that results from the procedure, and it can be shown the under suitable condition. This is the case. Okay, this is the case. Next, the Gibbs sampling lead to correct invariant distribution. It is suffices for each of the kernel to have the correct invariant distributions independently, and it is trivially so. The equation integral p of x t minus 1 k of j of xt bar xt minus 1 and d of xt minus 1. This is our Gibbs sampling algorithm equations. This Gibbs sampling provides a simple algorithm with the properties which are required, but it does require that suitable collection of conditional distributions are known as Gibbs sampling algorithm, and it can be sampled from. It can perform poorly if the distribution has strongly correlated components. Okay, strongly correlated components means this can sometimes be addressed by reparameterization. Okay, reparameterizations. The difficulty with the sampling from suitable conditional distribution is real one for many interesting problem. For example, we defined the uncorrelated case and the correlated case. Okay, we define this uncorrelated case and correlated case. They illustrate the difficulty with correlated random variables. The first to show the trajectory of Gibbs sampler targeted and uncorrelated bivariate normal distribution. The second shows the trajectory of highly correlated case when the variable are highly correlated. So the conditional upon the knowledge of one distribution is concentrated and the typical move are very small, leading to a poor exploration of a distribution. So the figure 1b can be seen this result in the sampler failing to explore the majority of distribution. In this Gaussian case, one could solve this reprojecting the problem onto the space of eigenvectors of covariance matrix. Okay, this problem is reprojecting to the space of eigenvectors of covariance matrix, and hence eliminating the correlation. In fact, the Gaussian case render the two variables independently. Such reparameterizations can be difficult to find in general. The technically closely related to Gibbs sampling is based upon same principle as rejection sampling. So obtain this rejection sampling. This obtain the random variable with density f is equivalent to obtaining samples uniformly from the region beneath density and discarding the additional dimensions. Okay, then the algorithm, Gibbs sampling algorithm specify the value generate. Okay, the value generate. First one specify the initial value. Okay, first one specify the initial value. Second one repeat for j equal to 1, 2, limited number of values, n number of values m, and generate the j plus 1, 1, j plus 1 of 2, j plus 1 of p. So third step is return the values pi power 1, pi power 2 and pi power n, m. The transition pi of k from pi of jk to pi of j plus 1k is effected by taking a draw from the conditional distribution, where the conditioning elements reflecting the fact when the kth block is reached, the previous k minus 1 block have already been updated. The transition density of the chain again under the maintained assumption that pi is absolutely continuous. So therefore, given the product of transition kernel of each block, to illustrate the manner in which the block are revised, we consider a two block case each with a single component. So the trace out the figure possibly trajectory of sampling algorithm. Okay, the contour in the plot represent the joint distribution of pi and the labels of 0 and 1. Okay, it is denoted the simulate values. This is known as our Gibbs sampling method. This Gibbs sampling algorithm is defined from the Markov chain Monte Carlo methods. Okay, one of the MC methods. Gibbs sampling is one of our MC method, that is Markov chain and Monte Carlo methods. Okay, thank you.